Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow Program, and I interrupt my regularly scheduled programming to give you this special alert. God's will shall be done on earth as it is in heaven, and this is a Thanksgiving special. Look, this time last year, honey, I was in that kitchen. I was cooking up a storm. You hear me? Cooking for nothing. Cooking all that because my kids don't eat that stuff. My kids, they don't eat meat, and so and all of that dressing and different things, they didn't eat that stuff. But the one thing I had stopped eating a while ago was those chitlins. I cooked 3 buckets of chitlins last year. 3 buckets of chitlins. And honey, I didn't eat a single one. I couldn't bring myself to eat them, even though I used to love chitlins. What you talking about? I used to love them, honey. Had my mama come all the way from Illinois to California to fix me a bucket of chitlins, and they stunk up the house so bad. My husband said never again. But the thing of it is with chitlins, you got to take that whole layer off, all the skin. You got to take that whole peel, that whole thin layer off. But anyway, matter of fact, don't even eat them at all. Because see, what they do, they start destroying the body. That pork is no good for you. Pork is the worst thing you can put inside your body. Honey, the ancestors had to eat it because it was the leftover of the pig. And that's what they was given to eat. The feet, the tail, the head cheese, which they made head cheese. Can you imagine? Hog head cheese, and then you got the hot head cheese. And I'm telling you, one time I had some of that hot head cheese in the car, honey, and it was summertime. Forgot about it, and I thought I was gonna make me a hot head cheese sandwich later on. I opened that stuff up, wasn't nothing but liquid. And so now I think about that. That stuff is not good for you. That run your blood pressure up, honey. Quit eating pork. The body is not designed for meat. To tell you the truth, is not. But I understand, honey. You gotta have your meat. Some folks gotta have it, and they love it. And even to this day, I still get a craving for a cheeseburger, but I cannot bring myself to eat it. I just can't bring myself to bite into any more animal flesh. Besides, I got one exception. I eat a little bit of chicken, just a little bit, maybe once or twice a month, because I found that meat stops me up. And then I can't go, I can't go naturally like I'm supposed to go. Number 2. So, now, we come to a crossroad, a fork in the road, where we got to decide, we got to start doing some better things for ourselves. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, it's just a time to turn and grow for a better way. It's time to reach your greatness each and every day. So here I want to just give you this Thanksgiving special because, honey, to be honest with you, I have forgot all about Thanksgiving. I live for each day. Each day is God's day. I forget which day it is. I'm not working anymore. I ain't got to clock in nowhere. So, I clock in with the Lord. So each day is God's day. The tracker is on God now, when it was another way, but now it's on God. It's going to stay on God. The compass is set on the light of God. I look to the hills. I look to the Lord. I know that some days, the clouds may take it away, but the light of God is there to stay. The light of God is there for us, a better way. Just look to the Lord, honey. Keep looking to God. So I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to God, honey. I'm thankful to God to be growing. I'm thankful to God to have peace. I told you that last year. I was thankful for peace. I'm thankful to have a better way, just growing for a better way, no matter what, into each life, some rain must come. It rains on the just and the unjust, but we got to keep growing on. God is our refuge. You're going to be caught, out there in the spiritual warfare. Is out there. It's all around us. Oppression, we live up under oppression. We are under oppression. No matter your status of wealth, we are all under oppression. The oppression affects us. It affects us all. There it go. It may come your way, but by God's grace and mercy, but we all live under a plan, and it's God's plan. We may not understand, but it's God's plan, and we just got to keep on growing. We can't give up. We done came too far from where we started from, honey. We cannot give up now. Be thankful to God. Just be thankful for the beauty around you. Be thankful for the love. And matter of fact, if you're going to spend your Thanksgiving like I am by myself, I'm just thankful to be here. I'm thankful to have peace. I'm thankful to have joy within, and me and God, and we growing. The light of God sets on me, and now I'm growing, honey. At first, when I was dying, I was in the spiritual warfare dying. You hear me? Had came to death's door. I had opened it up, ready to step over. I was ready to go. But God turned me around. God lifted me. And I'm here for me and thee, growing for thee, growing for both of us so we can get the breakthrough. I'm thankful to God to be here. I'm thankful to God that I can focus on the beauty. I didn't focus on no beauty before. I was too busy doing such and such, jumping in out the car, ducking and dodging in spiritual warfare, hiding, doing this, doing that, doing me. I was out there doing me. You hear me? Doing me. I ain't had time. I know God. Okay, God, well, let me get dressed for Sunday. Let me get put on my Sunday best, going and represent the Lord, honey. I got to act right on one day. It's every day. You hear me? It's every day. I'm just looking out the window, watching the asphalt grow, thinking about how it's all going to look, hand me down. It's going to look beautiful because we got the breakthrough. We going to keep growing in God. We got good times now, honey. Good times now. I'm telling you, honey, I can get on the road when it comes to the Lord. This is God. God is moving here. The wind, there's a rustling. You can hear it. You can hear it through the window. There's a rustling. I'm looking at the trees and the bushes just blowing in the wind. And sure enough, my friend, as the wind is blowing, God is moving. There is a stirring that is going. A stirring, there's a changing. A tide is turning. We turning over a new leaf. Here we grow. We growing on in God. I'm telling you, we got to go with the flow. We got to take the side. We got to take the rain that came, push that other rain. That other rain ain't going to come again now. We learned from that. We going to take the L. We going to take the lesson, not the loss. Don't worry about the loss. That can come again. You came through with your life. You got your life. You a warrior on top for God. So keep on growing up in God. Look, I'm going to tell you something. You gonna make some, that highway of life, that road gonna curve, honey. Sometimes it's gonna make some sharp curves. You gotta watch out. You better slow your roll, and stay in your lane. Don't be so quick to change lanes. I know it look good over there, honey, but just stay where you at. Stay right there. You doing good. You doing fine. Just keep growing up in God, honey. Grab the rod and the staff, because I know it's hard to stand up. I know it is. That's going to help you up. That's going to help you rise up. The rod and the staff, and now we linked up, locked up. We rising up in God, honey. We done had enough. We tired of this stuff. It's time to grow up. That's what we thankful for. We thankful today for the Lord, because I'm going to tell you something, honey. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. That's what my brother Malcolm said, honey. And we growing on for him. We growing on for tomorrow, today. Any holiday. It don't make no difference. We thankful every day. We ain't just thankful on one day. We thankful every day, honey. Lord, give us this day our daily bread. I don't know what I might have tomorrow. Just my daily bread. And I thank God for that. I thank God to be here, living here. I thank God to be here, growing here. I thank God that he showed me another way. He showed me how to grow, how to lift others, and how to sow, how to take love. I'm telling you, let the light that is within you shine out. Let it shine out, honey. Let the sun shine in and let the sun shine out. Let people see. Be a role model for everybody. Don't just be a role model for the kids. Be a role model for everybody. Show them the right way. Yeah, you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to mess up. We all do. We all have. And thank your past. Thank your past is who helped created who you are today. Whoever you choose to be, whoever God created you to be, you are who you are. So be grateful who you are. God made you the way you are. There ain't no shame in your game, honey. There ain't no future in your front. That's what he told me. That's what he said. I took that message to heart too. He told me that, and I always remember that to get the breakthrough. Ain't no future in the front, because eventually the real you gonna show through. You gonna eventually have to be the real you. You can't pretend forever. Can't sit back and pretend forever. A leopard can change his spots, and he can only hide for so long. He can't change them. They gonna stay the way they are. You can't see them. He may duck down in some camouflage. But honey, eventually the wind gonna change direction. And they smell something in the air. Something ain't right there. It's time to make a move. It's time to fold them and run. I'm telling you, honey, that's what he was saying in the song. That you may think he was talking about some money. He was talking about some other stuff too, honey. It's time to know when to get right or get left. Get left down in the spiritual warfare. There you go, tumbling down like a big tumbleweed. And it just keep on getting tangled up as it go down the road. Ain't nobody wants to catch that tumbleweed. Might stick them. Just keep letting that tumbleweed go. There it go. It's going on. I ain't never seen nobody catch a tumbleweed. I just seen people watch it go. Just there it go. Because that thing coming at you, boy, that thing gonna hit you. And it's gonna stick you. So you just let it go and build up. And that's how the spiritual warfare is. You don't want to get hit by that, for real. That's how the spiritual warfare dodgeball is, honey. You trying to duck and die. You trying to hide. You ain't trying to get hit by that tumbleweed. Go get in the car and watch it go down the road. Just make sure your car don't get scratched or something. Ain't nobody trying to get that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Really. Let it roll on. Let it roll. That's how, I'm telling you something. That's how evil is. Evil just keep on rolling on like a snowball. Just keep rolling on, honey. It keep getting bigger and bigger. And a great big snowball. Don't nobody want to get hit by that either. You want to get out the way of that. The ice cold or the heat. Because the heat, either one may knock you out. You may not come from the sleep. You may not get up. So look, that's what I'm telling you about this spiritual warfare that's out here, honey. Look. You can sit up, twist up the Bible stories all kind of different ways. But, honey, I'm tell you something. You people going to walk away scratching their head. Look, I need to know, they got this going on out here. What about this that's happening? Or what we do? How we going to get through this right here? I know what look, this ain't no way. How we going to take the well and put it what's going on over here right now? What we dealing with? And so you see, you could take them stories and just twist them up so many kind of ways. All the animals that got on the ship and all that stuff. We could talk about that all day long. How many animals got on, what kind of animals. It's a whole lot of animals. The world done evolved. We growing. The world is growing. And as we growing for tomorrow today, for a better way. We got to. We got to get the breakthrough. What you sow, there you shall reap. So sow some love for you to keep. Sow some love all around you. Have a sweet sauna of love all around you. Just all amongst you. Grab your people and tell them to grow. These people out here got people. You got 18-year-olds, teenagers caught up in foolishness. TikTok foolishness. They took the foolishness all in school, and just turned school into a great big clown show. They done took the clown show up to the congressman's office. The only one up there seemed like they got some sense is the president and the vice president, is sitting up there looking at all this foolishness. They trying to get it together. They coming together. Every time I see them, they smiling. People gonna talk about you anyway, Queen Kamala. It don't matter. Just keep on doing your thing, Queen. Keep on keeping with the dream. Keep on growing. Keep on doing your job because you representing. So it don't matter, honey, whether you agree or disagree with her politics, honey. She the first woman of color to rise into that office, and I got much respect for her. Regardless of the policies, this, that, and the other. We all got different ways. If we was in there, we'd do this or that and the other. But one thing you got to remember, you can't please all the people all the time. You can't please most of them none of the time, really. So really, the only one you need to worry about pleasing is God. Please, God, do the right thing. thing. Please you. And there you go, king and queen. There go your blessing. Coming right at you. Like a great big tumbleweed. It's just going to rain on down. Keep flowing. Until you go and do you. Now, when you go off doing you, then you going off doing something different, and you done got stepped off there in the spiritual warfare. Time to turn from there. Time to turn and be a servant of righteousness. Let's be thankful for that today on Thanksgiving. Be thankful for being a servant of righteousness. Thank you, God. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you. I want to grow up in you, God. I want to be godly. Grow up in God. Keep striving each day to reach your greatness. That's all you got to do. As easy as 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Just keep growing up godly. You know the right thing. Do the right thing. Do what's in front of you. Do the right thing. See, when you get to planning, then that's when you start messing up. Well, I'm going to go over. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm thinking about doing. Take God with you. Wherever you go. Wherever you go, take God. Matter of fact, move the stuff out the passenger seat so you can act like God sitting there. Take God with you wherever you go. You got to. You ain't put God on the shelf, leave God at the house. Then there you go, stop by the liquor store. Stop over here and get caught up in some foolishness. Let's be thankful to God, for another day. Each day the sun rises. I'm thankful, to be here growing for a better way. I'm thankful. I really am. I truly am. I'm thankful and grateful to God to be a part of something as beautiful as growth. As we growing for a better way, I want to ask you something. I want to ask you, what type of legacy are you living and leaving? What type of legacy are you living and leaving? We are all legends. All legends aren't famous, and you are going to carry on a legacy, prayerfully a good legacy, prayerfully from a good spirit. So, that's something to ponder. What type of legacy are you living and leaving? What are you going to be remembered for? Let's live for God. Let's turn and lift each other. Let's lift one another. Lift where you see a need. Call them up and tell them I love you. Give them they flowers while they here on earth. Tell them I love you. Tell them what they mean to you. That's giving them they flowers. Something that you cannot buy in any store is time. You cannot buy time in any store. Spend time. Spend quality time. It's not quantity time. It's quality time. Call them up and tell them some good times. I call my mom. I call my dad up and tell my dad, remember the good times, And when I talk to my mom, I tell her to remember the good times. That's what I want them to remember, because our parents were under oppression. Our parents were under oppression, and it has driven walls between families, this oppression. It has driven families apart. Mothers and daughters don't even talk. Sisters and brothers don't even talk. The love is just not there anymore, because we have looked at so much at what someone has done, their negative past, and taken the negative past and just planted it all over them. And it's really sad if when you look at a person, that's what you see, what they used to be. You can't look and see who they are today and what they could positively contribute to your life today, for a better way. You can't see that they're trying and they're growing. All you can see is what they used to be and what they used to do, where they used to be at, remember how they used to act. People change. People change. And it's up to us to change. It's up to us to begin to change within ourselves. That's how we reach greatness. That's how we don't hold ourselves down. We have to begin within ourselves. You have to forgive you. You have to. You have to forgive you, because I took it out on me. I never forgave me. I believe what they said about me. And in the end, I took it out on me. I was ready to take it out on me. I was ready to leave out of here, and it's sad. that when the oppression takes you to that point, but here I am growing in God on Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful and grateful to God. I know God is moving just as sure as the wind is stirring. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. I love you, kings and queens. Happy Thanksgiving each and every day as we growing for a better way. I love you. Let's rise.